welcome back to TTS and I with mods. We are going to look into some of the problems we are going to face. There is one at least that I know of, and then I will mention a couple of other stuff. I have done a lot of asset making. We should probably go over to TableTop Simulator. So let's watch one of these games. Is Dangerous Sea. I have fixed most of the stuff on this one. Perhaps I should start by telling you what Dangerous Sea is. It's a print and play game it has to do with Vikings. So we got to have Viking ships. I mean, that's cool just by itself. Here we have a blue ship. And here we have the ghost ship. I'm not sure I want this. Nevertheless. This thing counts food and water and crew. I've made that myself because you should have pen and paper. Well, you can do that. Then we have the sea cards. In here we have the rune stones. I just took a go token and made it blue. There shouldn't be more than 17 rune stones, but what the fork. And then we have what is known as the tiles. This is the sea tiles, either depicting sea or an island of sorts. Here you can get water for your crew, you can get food for your crew, you can get a poisonous thing for your crew, and then you can get crew, which is always nice. Here you can get problems, and here is the rune stone islands. As you can see, they are now been put on top of the board. I want, and this is what's going on here, I want to have them just as perfect as this one, so I can snap this. When I remove that one, it will be perfect later on. There you see, it's always at the locked thing, right? So when I now just put it there, it will be. Now, many of these tiles are put I've just thrown them in. So I was thinking, how do you fix 144 tiles to be as close by as you want? Well, there is one thing you can do. 143 times, since that one is fine. You can take this gizmo, put it on that one, and then you can move it towards. Now this one is always in the way. I don't understand why they want to put it straight on. Now if I push the blue, I can move it just in one direction, right? And if I take the red, I can put it in another one, and then I can go up and down. So now I've fixed that one. How nice. So we can snap that. But it'll take me some time. So my idea was, what if we are able to make the grid work for us? Perhaps that is possible. First of all, we'll need to check. I think these tiles are two, whatever that is, 2 Pokemon wide or whatever it is. They are 2 by 2. And the grid size is also 2 by 2. Sounds like nice. Let's make it sure that everything fits in center. Show the lines, and we have them here. Now, when I look at this, it doesn't seem as if it's straight in the center of the board. The grid is not fitted for the board. So how do you do this? Now let's put one there and then we put yet another one. Whoops, they are on top of each other. We really don't need that either. You mean you can't get it's on top of each one of them. Now wherever I put this one, it will most likely be somewhere else. It didn't even stop. So remember, as long as I don't save anything, nothing actually has happened. What I could do, can I use the grids this? Oh dear, that goes way too fast. If I just want 2 by 2, how do I do that? Something happened in my recording, but still, 2 by 2, 2.2 was perfect, and I could then put these 3 right where they belonged, and I snapped them. So they are fine. I can now remove these 4, but I want to keep that one, just in case. Right. The rest will probably be the same. I will put it a bit offset over here, probably. And I will do the same with the grid. So I keep the grid. Everything seems okay. So we go and save, update, overwrite. And it's updated. Now we can load it as well, so we get this view again. It's always fun to see that everything is loaded. Okay, so that is something that I can do, no big problems. Now there is something missing here, and that is the season calendar. I haven't got that. Yeah, now there is one thing that you should probably see that I have learned. If I put up these again, you have seen them before, so it's no big thing. We can move these with the gizmo. If you put the gizmo on and then you take, let's say, the yellow one, you can move them back and forth, so you can place the player where you want him to be. That's cool. And it will also be so that you can fit other stuff without these stuff going. I should probably lock these guys, shouldn't I? So they don't go around do things. I haven't got the rules out either. Should probably do that as well. And this one. It's always good to have them locked. Now, we have done something. We have moved that one. We have locked these. Perhaps we should save. Yes, we should. You should always save as soon as you feel like, oh, this was a good thing I wanted. No. Oh, a whole bunch of autosaves. I don't like these. There are too many of them. They're good to have in case you do a mistake, of course. But still. Good. That's fixed. The rules. Where should you put the rules? Probably over here. Now I think I have them as a PDF file. So what I can do, I think, hold it. If I go to custom, I have custom PDF. If I put that one there, and then we want a PDF file, we have the rules in PDF. so we'll take that. Upload to cloud, yes. I don't think it should be named 3. Oh well, it is version 3, so why not? It's not me who has made that name. And there we have the rules. Now they are not big enough, of course not. They're never big enough. I should probably have them exactly as they are. And then you also have alt. You always have alt. So you have the setup, and here we are going to have 50 fisk of food and 50 fisk of water. I've already set the tokens on that, so everything there is fine. Good. Now the season calendar. Next stop. I think I will use a tile for that. Or should I have a card? Probably should have a card. Let's see. It's down here. Season calendar. Upload. And I'm using as the back, I'm using their wallpaper. Tabletop Simulator uses the shrinking thing. Wallpaper is usually very big. Doesn't matter. I use them as backsides. That way I don't have that much stuff going up. I don't want you that way. I want you that way. And you should be bigger, by the way. Not too big, but still. There. No, it should not be. It should not be the red players. Now I have to lock this one too, otherwise the red player will use it as some sort of playing card. I don't want that. And then we probably need some sort of token for this. And I use, and this is simplified for me, I use these blocks. Let's say that you just take a red square. There. That's it. And then you just color it. You have color tint. Weathery like, I mean, could be white actually. White is good. White is a pretty good color to have. There. And we take that as a season marker. It's always good to make them. Probably should have it a bit bigger. Really doesn't matter. There, now you know it's spring, and if it's spring, that means that you can add food to these tiles and water to these tiles that are shown. Good. We have the rules, we have everything that we need. All I need to do is fix these tiles, and when I fix these tiles, I will put them in a bag, because in the corners are going to be open sea, a starting thing. And the rest is going to be drawn from the pile, probably in a bag, one by one. And you will then fill this and find the runes or islands. If you're lucky, you actually get 5 rune islands just outside your starting area. Then you will have 1. So, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky thing. Now, this seems okay, so let's do this again. Options, overwrite, and we got yet another one of these. There, so all I have to do now is fix the tiles, make a bag. Yeah, we'll see what we can do more about this. Don't really like having the dice there, but still. There's a lot of stuff. You have to really read up on your rules. Let's see if we can do anything else. Next up is Fight for the Sky. And here I have been sitting. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now this has some areas at least left over, because you are going to have a lot of tokens, tiles, sitting all over the place. And it's not really that funny. Now all these letters, by the way, that is how far you can have your hunter packs of Messerschmitt BF 109s. I'm sorry. And this line that I have drawn here, that is the furthest away you can go with a bomber. I think it's the yellow bombers. Yes. Stukas and Heinkel 111. It has to do with the rules, of course. We don't have the rules. Okay, should we start with that? Now that we know it is so easy, let's see. Custom PDF. Put it. Oh, this one is locked to the grid. Why is it locked to the grid? Attack tables. There is no rules. But we do have a roster. We should probably have a roster. This should be Luftwaffe side, so I'm not totally sure that this is a good thing. We'll see. And it's loaded. And then the British player should be over here. And since that's also a PDF, we'll do that. That's the RAF roster. Now the rosters are going to be fixed, but that's not the point. Import. I'm going to show you later on. Oh, that one should be turned upside down. But we should probably start by taking off the snapping of this one, because we don't really need that. Now you should mark, tick off, and that you do with the pen when you're playing. So it's not like you need to do anything else. Good. I think we should have had that one a bit bigger. Let's put it there. Sounds good. And this guy needs his down there. This is where you put all your developments, the bombing and stuff you have made. So it's put perfectly well. There you have that. Then you need something called an attack table, and they was also in a PDF. But since we need two of those, we just take the attack tables, put it in, we call it that. Should probably have to call it FFTS, Fight for the Sky. That would have been easier. Loading. And as you can see, it's not really that. You can see what you're going to throw with the dice. Don't have any dice, by the way, do we? Let's see. There. I think it's okay. Yeah, you do your alt trick, so it's not like it's a big thing. And then I'll clone this one and put one over here. Turn it upside down, of course. You can do that with the Q and E, by the way. Ooh, this one is not... There is a bit of a problem here. Okay. The Alt key is still the one and only. That's how it is. Now this should probably be locked. I'm pretty safe about that. Because you don't really need to move them anyway. The thing that I wanted to show you before we end anything is that you could actually have something called scripting in this case. Because when you start, you have the option of doing a basic game, an intermediate game, or a full game. If you do a basic game, you just play for 1 day. If you do an intermediate game, you have not all tiles going on, and if you have a full game, you play all the 8 days and with all the tiles. You also have a whole bunch of fun rules, including U87 Stukas, which is, well, perhaps it's not fun, but you know what I mean. Now, in this case, we are going to have a lot of tokens. I'm going to do the game turn track and a couple of others. But in order to show you how they look. Oh, that was a big one. Image. Merge distance. I don't know what that is. Here we have game turn. Now I've taken these from a white. We don't really need them that... Oh yes, we need them that thick. And this one should be the size of that thing over here. So let's see. Now, of course, I'm going to do the snap. It's obvious. Oh, that one did well. Thank you. But should I enhance it a bit, right? Plus. There. Now it starts over there. Then we have something called losses. We have 2 of those. Now I should probably have the size I had over there. Probably. But okay. Let's just do like this. And now we need Luftwaffe losses. Now look at all these. All these I need to make 1 of. Yes. Here comes the Messerschmitt's BF-109s, BF-110s. And then we have this on the back side of everyone, except for in the RAF, the British side, we have 1 on each one. So Dibden 17, that's the back side, that's the front. Really don't like it, but that's how it is in this nice little game. Now this one is also a bit big. We should copy the rest so it's not like it's a big problem. Minus. And it should also fit nicely. Again, try to see it from the top. The thing I'm going to point out is the fact that if you do this, you have to realize that some games are big, some games are bad in many different cases. So it's not like I'm going to do a whole bunch of tiles. I think it's 100. And that's a lot. And you have to make sure that you put them where they should be. Now you don't need to snap everything over here. That's good. But there are a lot. Some of them is going to be stacked. Some of them is going to be hidden. We are going to do a hidden thing so that the Luftwaffe player can sit and make his own plans over here. It's not like you need to know that as a British player, because, well, you shouldn't. So, now I'll copy this and put one over here. No, I don't. Why don't I copy? Okay, then I clone it then. I'll put one over here and I'll put one over here. These are going to be customized for game day turn. Put that one up. And oh, should we do this to everyone? No. Now we have a day turn. So let's make that one count. It's always day 1, so same goes there. And then we have the RAF losses. It's way down here. Way down. It's the last one. So when you choose a game, make sure that you really want to keep at it. No. That you really want to do it. Because it might actually be too much. Too much. And in this case, it will take a lot. The good thing is that we can't do much about this when it comes to scripting. Because the basic setup in this case is the easiest way to set it up. And if you have played the game before, you know what you need to do. What happened to this one then? I locked it, yes, but I didn't. Oh dear, did I do that? Oh, I thought I locked it enough. There. So I just started with the first 4 tokens. It'll be a lot. Let's save this one. We are going to go and look at this scripting thing next time. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. First of all, the one that I've made myself. And then there is a game that I know of that is very well made up to a point, I should probably say. Hopefully you have enjoyed this little journal of mine, because this is how I'm thinking when I do things. I will now add every tile, every token, everything on all the games, so we are getting somewhere. This is going to be one of my projects that I call Creative 444. So I'll have at least 16 hours, 4 hours that I will do this, and it's fun to do. So let's next week we are hopefully going to go through the scripting thing. Thank you for watching. Bye.